to speak with us. This is the first time you visit Spain. So you've been in Barcelona, tonight you're in Madrid, and both shows have been sold out. How do you feel?
It's totally amazing. You know, it's the first time we've ever been here, and we've done a lot of touring outside of the United States this year, more than we've toured in the United States. Really had the opportunity to start rebuilding our fan base in other countries, and it's unfortunate that it's taken us so long to come to Spain, but you know, when you find out that the shows are sold out for your first time, it's a very hopeful feeling. Like I feel like we're just starting here now, and you know, there's a great buzz about the band, and a lot of the fans from the show last night, I could tell that even when you're through thinking Say Yes, our newest record was like their first Yellowcard record. You know, that this is the album that has gotten people in Spain excited about the band, and that's amazing, because that's what we wanted the record to be, you know.
So you have come back with a new album. How do you face the pressure of being on the spotlight again?
I don't know. It's not too bad. No, we're not. 6 or 7 years ago, when you know, the band was a big presence at MTV and on the radio in America. That was kind of weird. You know, it was hard to go to the movies and go to the mall or go places. You know, it was really easy to recognize our faces because they were on TV all the time. You know, it's not really like that so much anymore, and you know, with the people we do get to meet or see us out are true fans of the band, and it's usually at the shows, and so we don't really feel like there's a lot of pressure.
So the audience is receptive to you guys on the new album?
Yeah. We play almost the whole record. I think we play 7 songs out of 10, so you know, mixing that in with the older songs, I can't say that we've ever put out a new record and had the reaction to the songs live be as good as it is now on this record. It just feels like you're playing any of the old songs, you know, that everybody already knows. It's great.
So tonight you are presenting When You're Singing Say Yes, and I don't know, can you tell us about the album? What can we expect from this album?
The band was in a really good headspace. We had a really great attitude going into this record writing, and everyone was very excited to do it, and I think it just really captured Yellowcard in its most pure form. You know, I think it came very easy to us writing the record, and I just think there's a certain energy to it that people are hearing the record, and it's really reminding them, you know, what it was about the band that they loved in the first place, and that was kind of what we wanted to accomplish with the record.
So how everybody reached a decision in making another Yellowcard album? Was everybody at the same page?
It took a while. You know, we had to sit down and talk with each other, and there was a lot of very mature discussions about what it was going to be like to go forward, and how important this and this would be to you know, be able to make a career doing this again, and we were able to get on the same page again, and you know, it was very much like, listen, I need this from you, tell me what you need from me, because obviously we were not in a good place 3 years ago when we took a break, and we want to be in a good place again. Everyone was kind of, you know, very open and honest with each other, and that helped the whole process.
So how was the recording process this time?
Pretty similar to the, you know, the way we've always written records. Nobody has as much money to make a record as they used to, just because the music business is not doing well. So you know, it was. We had to make do a little bit more with the resources we had. We didn't have as much money to spend on whatever we wanted during the recording process or whatever studio we wanted. But we still got to do the record with Neil Avron, our producer, which was great because he continues to just get better and better at his job and produce more and more platinum-selling artists. And you know, he's just great. And so that was really the important thing was that we were able to work with Neil again.
So now you have Sinodone in the band and your bassist. How was his adaptation? I mean, was it easy?
Yeah, he's been a friend of mine for a long time. Before I was in Yellowcard, actually, Sean and I were friends. And during Yellowcard's first few years of touring, Sean was the singer of his own band that we all really enjoyed and were fans of. And so we brought his band on tour several times. So everyone in Yellowcard also knew him pretty well just from all the time he toured with us. And then over the break from Yellowcard, he and I were writing songs together and recording them, and we were just kind of hanging out and doing our own thing. And so when Yellowcard decided to make a record, I brought the idea to the band that we need to fill the position of bass guitar. This could be a really great opportunity for us to have Sean in the band, and everybody was immediately on board with that decision, and he's great. I mean, you know, it's like having another lead singer in the band. It's amazing. You know, the vocals live are, I think, better than ever, and it's great.
So, talking about the new album, how do the new songs differ from the older material?
I think that they just progress naturally, and I think there are a lot of things that don't differ about it. We wanted to write a record that we knew fans would be excited about, and so, you know, we know there are parts of our band from the older material that fans love, and we didn't want to force it, you know, but we wanted to just really naturally play, not try and be something other than Yellowcard. During the time of the writing and recording, I really wasn't listening to any music, any other bands. I didn't want to be influenced or fall in love with some album that I was like, now I want to make an album that's like that. I wanted it to just come straight from us. And I think when we write in that manner, it just does the thing that Yellowcard does, you know. But there are songs like Sing For Me and Hang You Up that I think Be The Young, maybe, that we stepped out a little bit and continued to explore, you know, songwriting at a different level. And then we also did the songs we think are, you know, full of energy and faster and great for the live shows, and tried to make a well-balanced record.
So, what's behind the title of this album?
It was just a line of lyrics. You know, I didn't know if it was gonna. It never ended up making it into a song. It was just like one of those lines that I had typed into my phone when I think of something, when I think of a lyric or an idea. And when I ended up saying, "Hey, you guys, I have this thing. It might be cool for the name of the album." We've never done anything like that. All of our records, except for the very first one, have always been named after a song on the record. So we like the idea of doing something different, and we like the vibe. It's very fitting for where we are as a band right now, staying positive and moving forward, and, you know, like approaching this new chapter.
So, you have released an acoustic album too. Where the idea of releasing an acoustic version of your latest album came from?
We've always played music in an acoustic setting. You know, we write a lot of music on acoustic guitars before we turn it into full band songs, and at every record we've usually recorded an acoustic song on the record, or we've done acoustic versions of the songs, 2 or 3 songs for B-sides. And so we were basically just doing the same thing that we always did with this, and then we started talking about, we have a lot easier way to record. We have our own studio now that we can work out of, which we didn't have previously. So we're able to go in there and just work as late as we want and do whatever we want. And we thought it might be something really cool to do for the fans. And the record company, Hopeless Records, was just totally excited about the idea, and it came out great.
So, as we said before, this is the first time you visited Spain, but for many bands, American bands, it's difficult to come this side of Europe, Spain and Portugal, because they can't afford it. It's not profitable.
Yep.
Is that the reason? Because you haven't come here sooner?
I don't really know the reason. I mean, this tour almost every show has been sold out, and we're not making any money on the tour. So we're pretty much breaking even with the cost of the tour, and I mean, and we're sharing a bus with Saves the Day. I mean, we cut costs down to much. You know, it's a hard time for rock bands right now. And earlier, when we were touring Europe, we just didn't get over here enough. And you know, we played the major markets, Paris and Berlin and London, and you know, the big venue, big cities like that everybody goes to. But we only made a couple of trips, and now we really have the freedom to. You know, we don't have to do all that crazy MTV radio shit anymore. So we can really choose to do what we want to do, and we wanted this year to be all about international touring.
So fans aside, how was the chemistry between you all on the stage after being away for some time?
It's great. It's been great. You know, I mean, the stage is the one place where the chemistry is good, because even if we're all having a really bad day, you know, fighting about something or whatever it may be, once you get on stage, you know, that's Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day talked about it in Bullet in a Bible, that documentary, when he was saying, you know, your dog dies and your wife leaves you and everything is horrible, but you get on stage and it just, he says, like, fuck the dog, fuck the wife, you know, it's a show. And you know, I remember seeing that and taking that to heart, because I totally agree. It's the one time when you're all together and your shit off stage doesn't matter.
And are you seeing old fans at the show, or is the crowd getting younger?
Both. You know, it's really surprising to us when there's a lot of young fans at a show. Just because we've been a band for so long, it's kind of like, how are you just now finding out about our band? You know, it's really great. It's amazing. I love, you know, a lot of bands, when they, especially in the pop rock world, where we kind of are, you know, when your first record comes out, it gets really big, and all the high school kids love it. A lot of bands, ourselves included at the beginning, you want to be like, oh no, we don't want to play for the teen pop thing. But as you learn and you go through the business of being in a band, I've come to learn and realize how important those fans are, and I almost prefer younger fans of the shows, because it's nice to be an inspiration to them, and B, build a fan for life, you know. And so we're really excited about all the new young fans that this record has generated for us this year.
And tonight you are sharing a stage with Save the Day and your gang. Why did you choose them for this tour?
Well, Save the Day is one of my favorite bands of all time, so when this tour came up, you know, it was like a dream come true. We've gotten to hang out. I mean, I hang out with them every day. We're sharing a bus. Really made great friends with the band, and you know, that's something. It's funny because they're the same age as we are, but they're just such a massive inspiration to me musically, and always have been. But you know, it's when you get to start becoming friends with them, it's really crazy. If you told me when I was 19 and I had my first Save the Day record that I was going to be on tour in Spain with them one day, you know, I never would have believed it. But it's really great. And the guys in Young Guns, we've done a lot of touring with them this year. We did United Kingdom, Australia, and now here in Spain. And they're an incredible band, really coming up. You know, you'll see tonight, fans love them. And it's really cool to watch them. You know, they're younger guys coming up, doing their thing. It's really cool.
So one last question, what's next for you?
After this tour, we're going to go home and spend the holidays with our families and stuff, take a month off maybe, and then start writing and record a new record.
Okay. That's all. If you want to say something to your Spanish fans?
Yeah, I just want to say that it's been awesome, and it's really amazing. It's a really amazing feeling to be here and have the shows be sold out, and just know how much support there is for our band here. I think, you know, I don't think anyone needs to worry about whether Yellowcard is coming back to Spain or not, because when you sell out your first 2 shows, then your booking agent says, okay, well, we have to go back there now. So, you know, I'm sure we'll be back hopefully next year with some more new songs.